Creating a high-quality 3D model has traditionally meant making a compromise. If you wanted incredible detail, you usually had to invest hours refining the model manually. If speed was your priority, you often ended up sacrificing clean geometry or visual quality. But AI is changing that workflow faster than ever. Today, I'm putting Tripo AI through a practical production test. Instead of relying on simple demo scenes, we'll create 3 completely different assets to see how the platform performs in real-world situations. We'll begin with a highly detailed fantasy character using the latest HD model H3.1, then move on to a premium product model with realistic textures, and finally switch over to Smart Mesh to see how quickly it can generate optimized geometry for game-ready workflows. Along the way, we'll also explore AI image editing, multi-view generation, segmentation, rigging, animation, export settings, and the overall production pipeline. Let's get started. This is the Tripo AI workspace. Everything is organized into a clean interface that makes the entire workflow easy to follow. On the left side, you'll find the generation settings, while the main workspace displays your assets and recent projects. At the top are the 2 generation modes that power the platform: HD Model H3.1 for maximum visual quality, and Smart Mesh for fast, optimized geometry. To begin, I want to test the highest level of detail Tripo can produce. Instead of using a common sci-fi character, I'm going with a completely different concept: an ancient guardian knight. The design combines engraved medieval armor with glowing crystal elements, layered metal plating, and intricate decorative details. It's the kind of asset that's difficult to recreate accurately because it contains both organic and mechanical shapes. For this demonstration, I'm using a single reference image, although Tripo also supports multiple reference images as well as text-to-3D generation if you prefer, starting entirely from a prompt. Since the goal here is to push visual quality as far as possible, I'll keep HD Model H3.1 selected and switch the quality setting to Ultra. Below that, you'll notice several advanced controls related to topology and optimization. Experienced users can adjust these settings depending on whether they're creating assets for rendering, visualization, game development, or 3D printing. For this test, however, I want to see what Tripo can achieve with its default configuration, so I'll leave everything unchanged and start the generation process. After waiting only a few minutes, the model is complete. At first glance, the amount of detail is immediately noticeable. As I rotate the model and zoom closer, you can see how well the armor plates, engraved ornaments, crystal structures, and layered materials have been reconstructed. Small design elements remain sharp, the overall silhouette stays faithful to the original artwork, and the surface definition looks remarkably clean. This is exactly the type of workload where HD Model H3.1 stands out. Rather than simply recreating the basic shape of an object, it focuses on preserving fine visual details while maintaining accurate geometry throughout the model. For artists working on cinematic renders, collectible figures, concept visualization, or presentation quality assets, this higher level of fidelity can make a significant difference. Another feature that proves useful during inspection is segmentation. Instead of treating the entire model as one object, Tripo allows individual sections to be isolated with just a few clicks. That means you can focus on specific armor pieces, accessories, or structural components without the rest of the model getting in the way. For larger projects containing complex assets, this makes reviewing and refining individual sections much more efficient. Now that we've tested a detailed character model, let's move on to something completely different: a premium product designed to showcase Tripo's texture generation and image enhancement capabilities. For the second test, I want to evaluate how well Tripo handles product visualization, where both accurate geometry and realistic materials play an important role. This time I'm using a premium mirrorless camera as the reference image. Compared to characters, product models demand a different level of precision. Buttons, lenses, curved surfaces, textured grips, and reflective materials all need to be recreated accurately if the final result is going to look convincing. Before generating the 3D model, Tripo provides several built-in AI tools that help prepare the reference image without leaving the platform. One of my favorite additions is the natural language image editor. Instead of opening another application, I can simply describe the changes I want. For example, I can ask Tripo to replace the background with a clean studio environment, adjust the lighting, or improve the reflections on the camera body. Within moments, the updated reference is ready for generation. Another feature worth exploring is multi-view generation. Starting with only a single image, Tripo automatically predicts additional viewing angles, including side and rear perspectives. Providing these extra viewpoints gives the AI a much stronger understanding of the object, leading to a more complete and accurate 3D reconstruction. With everything prepared, I'll once again choose HD Model H3.1, keep the quality on Ultra, and begin the generation process. Once processing finishes, the difference is immediately noticeable. Even before applying textures, the geometry already looks highly refined. The camera body maintains its proportions, the lens structure is well defined, individual buttons remain clearly separated, and the smaller surface details have been reconstructed with impressive accuracy. After enabling textures, the overall presentation improves even further. Metallic components reflect light naturally, the rubber grip adds realistic surface variation, and the material definition gives the model a polished, production-ready appearance. This type of workflow is especially useful for product visualization, advertising content, e-commerce assets, close-up renders, concept presentations, and even physical prototyping through 3D printing. When the model is complete, Tripo also offers flexible export settings. Depending on your workflow, you can download the asset in multiple industry-standard formats, choose different texture resolutions, and prepare the model for rendering software, game engines, animation pipelines, or other production environments. So far, we've focused entirely on maximizing visual quality, but not every project needs millions of tiny details. Sometimes the priority is creating clean, lightweight geometry as quickly as possible, especially when building game assets or rapid prototypes. That's exactly where Smart Mesh becomes the better option. For this demonstration, I'm uploading a futuristic reconnaissance drone concept. Unlike the HD model, Smart Mesh is designed around efficiency. Rather than spending additional time generating ultra-high detail geometry, it focuses on producing clean topology that can move much faster into real production workflows. I'll slightly increase the target poly count and begin the generation. The processing time is noticeably shorter. Within seconds, Tripo generates a complete 3D model while preserving the overall proportions and major design elements from the original concept. Rotating around the model, it's easy to see that the primary mechanical forms remain intact, while the mesh itself stays clean and well organized. This makes it much easier to continue working inside game engines, simulation projects, or real-time rendering applications. If additional realism is needed, textures can also be generated afterward, giving the asset a more finished appearance without slowing down the initial workflow. This comparison clearly highlights the purpose of both generation modes. HD Model H3.1 is built for creators who need maximum visual fidelity, stronger geometry accuracy, and presentation quality assets. Smart Mesh, on the other hand, prioritizes generation speed, optimized topology, and efficient asset creation for real-time production pipelines. Depending on the project you're working on, both workflows complement each other rather than compete. Now let's compare Tripo with another well-known AI 3D generator, Meshy. To keep things as fair as possible, I'll use the same reference image along with the default generation settings on both platforms. Once both models were ready, the differences became more noticeable. Meshy generated a good-looking result and captured the overall character reasonably well. However, after taking a closer look, some of the finer armor details appeared less defined, and a few of the smaller mechanical features lost some clarity. Tripo's HD model, H3.1, on the other hand, retained noticeably sharper surface details and cleaner geometry. Elements like the layered armor, helmet, and hard surface components looked more refined, giving the final model a stronger production-ready feel. I also found the overall proportions to be more consistent, particularly in the more complex areas of the model. Overall, both platforms are capable of producing usable 3D assets, but for highly detailed character generation, I would personally choose Tripo. It offers a better combination of visual detail, geometry quality, and workflow efficiency, making it the option I'd be more likely to use for production-ready projects. Beyond model generation, Tripo also includes built-in rigging and animation tools. Character models can be prepared for motion automatically, animations can be applied in just a few clicks, and the entire process from concept image to an animated 3D character becomes dramatically faster than traditional workflows. After testing both HD Model H3.1 and Smart Mesh across several different scenarios, it's clear that Tripo AI offers much more than simple AI model generation. Whether you're building cinematic characters, professional product visualizations, optimized game assets, or animated content, the platform provides a streamlined workflow that covers nearly every stage of the production process. If you'd like to try Tripo AI yourself, use my invite link below to receive 500 bonus credits. New users can also unlock Tripo Pro for under $8 during the first month by using the code TripoCrew, making it a great opportunity to explore the platform's latest features at a significantly lower price. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.